Hello, let's play Connections for Thursday, June 25th. But first, we reveal our dad joke of the day and this day in history. Why did Cinderella fail at basketball? Because she had a pumpkin for a coach. Blame the coach, I guess. All right. And what happened on June 25th, 1876? Custer and troops die at Battle of the Little Bighorn. On June 25th, 1876, indigenous forces led by Chiefs Crazy Horse and Sitting Bull defeated the U.S. Army troops of Lieutenant Colonel George Armstrong Custer in a bloody battle near southern Montana's Little Bighorn River, famously known as Custer's Last Stand. Crazy Horse and Sitting Bull, leaders of the Sioux, resisted the U.S. government's efforts to confine their people to reservations. In 1875, after gold was discovered in South Dakota's Black Hills, the U.S. Army ignored previous treaty agreements and invaded the region. This betrayal led many Sioux and Cheyenne people to join Sitting Bull and Crazy Horse in Montana. By 1876, more than 10,000 indigenous people had gathered in a camp along the Little Bighorn River in defiance of a U.S. War Department order to return to their reservations. In mid-June, a force of 1,200 Sioux and Cheyenne turned back a column of troops. On the morning of June 25th, Custer drew near the camp and decided to press on ahead rather than wait for reinforcements. Within an hour, Custer and every last one of his soldiers were dead. All right. And I'd like to thank the following people. Special thanks to Avery James for joining as a new member. Thank you. And make sure you visit the Wheel website to set up your perks. And also, thank you to Chris Brower and Unruly Sphinx for your continued support. All right. Well, let's play Connections. We're finding 4 groups of 4. We've got polonium, cranium, compact, hockey, croquette, almost said crochet, trackpad, lead or lead, could be either, squashed, mercury, ductile, dense, microphone, monitor, francium, printer, and compressed. Polonium, mercury, and I believe francium are elements. Cranium is not. It's your head. Lead is an element. If this is elements, I would think maybe blue. Seems trivia-ish. So let's see if that's what they went with. Cranium, your head. It's more like your skull, right? I don't know. Something along those lines. There's not really other words like that here. Cranium is a game, isn't it? Like one of those trivia games. I'm not seeing that either. Okay, we're gonna hold off on that because I can't find anything. Compact. It could be compact or compact, depending on if it's a noun or a verb. That's interesting how English does that, right? The noun emphasizes the first syllable and the verb emphasizes the second syllable. Like a compact vehicle or a compact is isn't that like the mirror and the makeup in one? Kind of opens like a clam. That's a reference. And then compact is to compact something. Compact is also no compact, not compact, but compact is a brand of computers and other things. We've got a monitor and a microphone. These could be and a printer. These could be accessories for a computer, maybe a trackpad. All right, that feels yellow, to be honest. I don't even know if I can justify green for that, but maybe the yellow is even more yellow. We'll see. Croquette. Isn't that a game, or am I thinking of something else? Crochet is the type of knitting or whatever. I don't know if it's classified as knitting or not, but it's similar concept. Croquette, I think, is the one with the mallets that you hit. I'm not sure though. My brain's telling me maybe, which isn't helpful. I mean, compact and squashed and dense and compressed. Okay, these are synonyms. I almost feel like that should be yellow. I'm going to mark it green for now. I want to see if the other one is a purpley. Okay, so is this a purple category or not? Cranium, croquette, ductile, and hockey. ductile, I keep seeing duct. But I don't know how that's helpful. Oh, is it starting? It starts with, okay, so we've got cranium starting with crane. Croquette starts with kind of with croc. Oh, it starts with crow. Okay, so we're starting with homophones of birds. Crane, crow, duck. Now, what would hockey be? I'm worried hockey's wrong. What bird would that be? Hawk. Oh, hawk. Duh. I just had to say it without adding the E. Homophones can be weird. All right, so this is definitely purple. I don't know what the obsession with birds is, but starts with homophones of birds. Starting with bird homophones. Okay. So I am pretty sure that the elements are going to be blue. So we'll just lock that in. And now I have to decide, do we think the synonyms, the very actually fairly easy synonyms that are nouns, are going to be the yellow, or is the things you hook up to a computer going to be yellow? I'm going to go with my initial instinct, which is probably going to be wrong, and I'm going to get the Rangsk rainbow, which some people have started calling it. I didn't name it. We're going to get yellow instead of green, but I'm going to go with my instinct and say that compressed, squashed. No, that microphone printer is yellow. So compressed, squashed, compact, and dense is our green. Oh, wow. I was right. Okay. I was so sure I'd be wrong. But I went with my instinct. And so then this is yellow. Computer peripherals. All right. Nice. I got the reverse rainbow. And I figured out purple before locking it in. That's a... when in doubt, is it birds? Okay. Let's look at the difficulty. Hey, look. A crow playing croquette. That helps a lot if you want to look at that picture for a hint. Have we seen this 1 out of 5? I mean, the other 3 were very easy. I mean, I don't know. I'm curious how many people got purple not last, but let's check the bot. Yeah, okay. I mean, 64% making no mistakes at all. It just wasn't a hard puzzle, but they wanted to throw a crazy purple in there just for fun, I guess. Reverse rainbow's 1 in 88. That's pretty common. We've seen better. Yeah, 3% purple first. I mean, the elements are really easy. These are synonyms. That's pretty easy. These are like, it's just whichever one you happen to see first. And, the top left was an element. So that's why people are slightly getting this more often. Yeah, I don't even know what to say here. Like, everyone's winning. If you're losing, it's on blue, purple, and it's probably, you don't know the elements. Like, that's a trivia category. And then purple's kind of hard to figure out. I was presented with all 4 that had to be a category, and it still took me a little bit of time to figure out what was going on with it. So, trying to pick it out of 8, 4 out of the 8. I don't know if that's going to happen. All right. EM words. Yes, polonium, cranium, francium, and the famous EM word, mercury. Yeah. People not knowing the elements is most of the mistakes. Lead or lead as a peripheral? I don't know. I mean, I know lead can be like a dog leash. I don't know. Can it be something else? Like a lead to a... Leads can be like it's some sort of electricity term or wiring term, right? Okay, anyway. Compact ductile, not knowing what ductile means and hoping it means compact. What does it mean? I have some basic idea of what it means, but let's just define it. Let's find out. Material can be stretched into thin wire or hammered thin without breaking. Yeah. It's like malleable-ish. Okay, that's what I thought, but I couldn't express it. You'll just have to trust me, I guess. Or I didn't know it. I don't care. Green first and blue first are actually tied. It's just some people made a mistake on blue and then got blue second, right? And that made blue win over green first. Interesting. But the first mistake is thinking cranium is an element. And then there's this one, polonium croquette trackpad squashed. This has to be like what is this? Does the AI know? It doesn't show. Oh, it shows up right here. Foreign words. No, those aren't foreign words. The AI is getting worse, not better. Polonium croquette. Oh, it's polo and track and squash. I don't know. Croc. It's got to be something about like starts with things you wear, maybe. That's the only thing I can think of. Anyway, is that the real rainbow herring, or are people inventing that one? I don't know. Anyway, how'd you do?